Everywhere the Queen goes, the eyes of the world follow, thanks to the Royal Press Pack.
The royal pack, in essence went with the Queen because she was the monarch. But we always had to send someone to go with Prince Philip because you never knew what he was going to do or what he was going to say.
Sometimes a flash of anger. Sometimes a cheeky quip.
I mean, can you get Radio 3 on?
One day we were at Guildhall and they were signing the visitors book, and she signed first, the Queen, and then the Duke signed, and he said, "What's the date today?" And she said, "November the 14th, Charles's birthday." and reminded him he should have sent his son a card this morning.
Arthur Edwards has been taking photos for London's Sun newspaper since 1977.
You knew what he was going to get. He was just his own man. He spoke straight. He said things sometimes that was people considered rude, but he called it straight speaking.
In 2002, the royal couple was in Cairns. Phil Dampier was the only royal reporter in the room when Philip asked local Indigenous leader William Brim, "Do you still throw spears at each other?"
William's face just fell, and I knew immediately that Philip had said something to him that had clearly taken him aback. And when Philip left the room, I went up and interviewed William. I said, "What did he say to you?" And he said, "Well, he just asked me, do we still throw spears at each other?" And I said, "Well, how do you feel about that? Were you offended?" He said, "Well, I wasn't exactly offended, but I was rather taken aback. I wasn't expecting him to say something like that."
But what we didn't know was that just before that, he'd visited another tribe. I think they'd been up at the top of the Daintree rainforest. And they said, "Oh, you're going down to see this lot?" And he said, "Yeah." And he said, "Oh, we used to chuck spears at each other." And he laughed. And of course he came down and said, "Are you still chucking spears at the other lot?" And he came after me and about 3 others, and he started finger pointing and saying, "You were out of order. I did say that. Yes, I did. But it was all private conversation. You lot were not supposed to find out about it."
It was an at times hostile relationship between the Duke and Britain's press. Prince Philip had revolutionised access to the royals, commissioning a documentary.
Salad is ready.
Cameras followed the family for a year. But after one showing in 1969, it was never broadcast again. The production had gone too far, exposed too much.
He hated us more than he loved us, I can assure you of that. Yeah, he saw us as a necessary evil, but realistically, if he could have had the power to have locked us up in the Tower of London forever and a day, he would have done.